To my great fellow Americans, I am filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah. Charlie inspired millions, and tonight, all who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to the cause of open debate and the country that he loved so much, the United States of America. He fought for liberty, democracy, justice, and the American people. He's a martyr for truth and freedom, and there's never been anyone who was so respected by youth. Charlie was also a man of deep, deep faith, and we take comfort in the knowledge that he is now at peace with God in heaven. Our prayers are with his wife, Erica, the two young, beloved children, and his entire family, who he loved more than anything in the world. We ask God to watch over them in this terrible hour of heartache and pain. This is a dark moment for America. Charlie Kirk traveled the nation, joyfully engaging with everyone interested in good faith debate. His mission was to bring young people into the political process, which he did better than anybody ever, to share his love of country and to spread the simple words of common sense. On campuses nationwide, he championed his ideas with courage, logic, humor, and grace. It's long past time for all Americans and the media to confront the fact that violence and murder are the tragic consequence of demonizing those with whom you disagree day after day, year after year, in the most hateful and despicable way possible. For years, those on the radical left have compared wonderful Americans like Charlie to Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers and criminals. This kind of rhetoric is directly responsible for the terrorism that we're seeing in our country today, and it must stop right now. My administration will find each and every one of those who contributed to this atrocity and to other political violence, including the organizations that fund it and support it, as well as those who go after our judges, law enforcement officials, and everyone else who brings order to our country. From the attack on my life in Butler, Pennsylvania last year, which killed a husband and father, to the attacks on ICE agents, to the vicious murder of a healthcare executive in the streets of New York, to the shooting of House Majority Leader Steve Scalise and 3 others.
Hearing what has taken place for the past couple of hours, my analyzation is right now that America is changed forever. What happened back in when John F. Kennedy was shot? America was changed. Even let's go further back when Abraham Lincoln was shot dead in theater room. This was a whole new course of a history, America's journey change. And now looking at what happened to this wonderful man, Charlie Kirk, that in very short period of time, just a few hours, the man is shot in the neck and is dead, as I saw the videos that police tried to take him, local authorities tried to take him to the hospital. But at the same time, people were rushing. Either somebody was rushing towards the car to make sure he was okay, or somebody was rushing away, and there was a lot of cameras. So much was happening, so much was taking place at the same time that the whole country is now, as soon as the news spread, is in uproar because something happened. The people beloved Charlie has been shot and pronounced dead. Now the whole world is known about his name, because even though Charlie Kirk was very prominent conservative political activist in America, but now every single news outlet is picking up the news to talk about it. Now his voice gotten bigger than ever, because enemy thought that he could silence his voice by shooting him dead. But then enemy is a liar. His voice got bigger than ever before. But now the youth of America is going to realize that how harder the enemy is fighting the right to silence, to right of speech, that the youth, that how much you talk about, there's not such a hate speech. If we're telling the truth, there's nothing to be hate. If something is wrong with you, and if you have something on your lip and that doesn't make it look good, I gotta tell you, right? Something is, hey, you gotta clean that up. But if you get offended over it, if you say, no, I like it there and all that stuff, but that's then my obligations is to tell you the truth. But it's up to you how you take that truth, because I think nowadays people think that truth is overrated, and the truth is what they know, how their self is how they want to preserve themselves, and whatever they say, so be it. Whatever you want to identify, so be it. Whatever your thoughts and mind is, that's the truth, But the truth has been overlooked. That's where our society is come to now, that if you do not like what somebody is saying, then just kill them or just silence their voice. That's not the answer. I've seen so many debates, even Ben Shapiro's and Charlie Kirk's and several other people who are very good debaters. When people who do not have a good comeback, then instead of like just saying, yeah, man, you got a skill and knowledge, even Candace Owens once, and instead of just backing down, people just comes back with a hatred. They think their answer has to be more hatred to get somebody to do what they want you to do. And I don't know, like simple biology is not valued anymore, although it's science, right? But now I think we are coming into the standpoint of like what Jesus Christ talked about in the Gospels, that in the last days people will be lovers of themselves, and they are going to have an attitude, do as you please kind of an attitude. They want to do whatever they want to do as long as it just aligns with themselves and in their interest. That's what this world, not just only America, come to, but all over. Thank you so much for listening.